Hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog. Last time we wandered through the giant sequoias, towering trees that made us feel tiny. Today we're heading north to a place that honestly feels like magic, Yosemite National Park. Stick around, we've got epic views, hidden trails, and maybe even a bear sighting coming up. Alright, we are officially on the road to Yosemite, and as you can see, my co-pilot is fully invested in the journey.
What can I say? I take my job very seriously as the guard cat, except for when I'm asleep, or hungry, or both.
Okay, Finn. Anyway, last night we stayed just outside the park entrance on a Forest Service road. It's going to take about an hour to reach the valley, but as you can see, the views are already wild. Winding roads, towering trees, and that magical morning light starting to spill through the forest and onto the mountains. About to do the one pet-friendly trail with Miss Ruby, Bridal Veil Fall. This trail is short, peaceful, and totally doable even with a cat in tow. Ruby was feeling adventurous today. She actually got out and walked the boardwalk like she owned the place.
I'm not just here for the views. I am the view.
While waiting for everyone to notice her, she took a big stretch halfway through. As we got closer, I started to feel the mist on my face and the water getting louder. Before we knew it, there it is, Bridal Veil Fall. To be honest, Ruby wasn't that impressed. She just came along for the attention, so as soon as we hit the misty area, she wanted to go. Get me out of here. It's cold. I met so many fun cat people at Bridal Veil Fall. It was amazing. Today's just gonna be like a chill day. I don't want to do too much because it's gonna be busy since it's a Sunday. We're just gonna kind of drive around, see what to expect, maybe hit the visitor center, and then head back to camp early afternoon so I can plan out when I want to do the rest of the hikes. So let's go back to the van and head further into the valley. Instead of driving around today, I decided to slow it down and take the e-bike out on the Yosemite Valley Bike Trail. Honestly, this was one of the best decisions ever. I hope you can hear me, but this is so fun. If you have a bike, bring it. If not, you can rent one here. Totally worth it. The trail winds through some of the most beautiful parts of the valley. Tree-lined paths, open meadows, and views that make you want to pull over every 5 minutes. Squirrel. The trail itself is super chill, mostly flat, really well marked, and full of little surprises. And the best part is, you don't have to fight for parking. You don't have to deal with traffic. It's just you, the road, and this ridiculous landscape that looks like a screensaver. Unfortunately, Ruby did not want to join me on this one as she opted for a more chill afternoon, taking a nap in the van. But this meant that I could bike all the way over to Mirror Lake. Instead of walking up the hill like everybody else, which was a steep hill by the way, I got to bike right on up to the shore. Mirror Lake is a popular spot for wading and swimming, especially during the spring and early summer months. I told myself I was going to come back and do a cold plunge one day, but I never ended up doing that. But later on in the week, we did take a cold plunge in the river elsewhere. Got a quick pit stop to check on the kidders, make sure they're okay. She's okay. You're okay? I'm fully like parked in the sun now. I regret my parking spot. I just want to make sure it's still a good temperature. Stinky! I got one more spot I want to see before I head out, so I'm gonna take care of them quick, make sure the van's on all the way, or the fan is on all the way, and then I'll get going to that. I complimented this older lady's sweater, and she's like, "Ooh, thank you, groceries outlet." And I'm like, "What? That was from a grocery store?" It was so cute. All right, my last stop for the day is Sentinel Bridge. At this iconic spot, you can get a beautiful view of the rushing river and upper Yosemite Falls. Wow. Now that's a fast-moving river. Fun fact about this waterfall is you can actually hike all the way to the top. It's a steep climb, but totally worth it, and you can watch me do it in another episode coming next week. Bike ride has been super incredible, but please remember to protect the delicate meadow ecosystem and stay on the marked trails and avoid trampling vegetation. With that being said, I think it's time to head back to the van so we can go find a camp spot. We have made it back to the van, which means kitty cuddle time. Kitty, how are you? You're so pretty. I'm really quickly just going to show you how I put my bike away. Don't laugh, I'm very weak, but it works. So let's get that done. Unfortunately, you missed most of it because my storage was full. And honestly, shame on me because that's the fastest I've ever folded it back in. So that sucks. But now comes the worst part of lifting it into the van. Done at the village grocery store. Got myself an Outshine bar as a reward. I got tortillas, a lime, and some sourdough crackers for my dips that I have. And now I think we're gonna head back to the campsite because it's a little busy and I don't like busy. So I'll see you back at camp. Okay, so I'm back at camp cooking up some lunch. Gonna do some Annie's mac and cheese, and then I have some chicken from the grocery store I'm gonna put in it. I got the cats all set up in Kitty City, right? Finn's over there, you just can't see him. I have to put all the blankets and everything on, otherwise Finn won't stay in there.